Hello, my name is Alicia Curvey, and I'm an independent consultant for Paparazzi Accessories. My company name is the Royal Five Accessories, and we sell $5 jewelry. We also recruit interested potential consultants who also want to make money by selling jewelry and sharing the opportunity. So I had a few people to reach out to me this week, and I'm going to interview one. And why am I interviewing? This is just to see what this person feels this business will do for them and how they see it being a part of their lifestyle, because once you join a business you do have to find a way to make it work. So let's see what this young man has to say. I am interviewing Randy Devine. All right, let me unmute. All right, trying to unmute him. Okay, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So is it okay for me to record your responses?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I know you were interested in joining the business at some point. So I had a few questions for you to see how you feel about your thoughts about this opportunity. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So this is Randy Devine. You can't see him, but he is a male, and we all know that we have some male um, consultants. And so this business is for anyone that wants to join, not just females and not just moms and not just people without jobs. This business is for anyone. So I'm going to start by asking Mr. Devine, what made you think about joining the business? What piqued your interest?
Well, first, I was looking for another income, and I have a wife who likes to accessorize, and I have a lot of sisters who likes to wear jewelry, and I have a lot of male friends who are into fashion. So I thought this would be a good opportunity for me to make extra money and serve those in my inner circle and those abroad.
Okay, wow, that's really good. So you have given this a bit of thought. So you mentioned your wife, and I know she does like to accessorize. She spends quite a great deal of money on accessories, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I would say.
Okay, so with that said, have you guys discussed the whole opportunity of selling as a team?
Yes, we have, and it's gonna take me a minute to pull her in, so I'm just gonna lead by example. So once she see the dollars that I'm bringing in, then I'm quite sure she will jump on board.
Okay, maybe the dollars plus all the fabulous $5 accessories she would have the privilege to wear and have access to.
Exactly.
Okay, so let me ask you this. A lot of our marketing is done on Facebook. How engaged are you on Facebook?
Well, as of right now, I'm not that engaged, but I am open to being as engaged as I need to be in order to make my business grow.
Okay, how much time do you think is spent on social media marketing?
Oh, a lot,
You think a
a
lot?
lot, especially now during this whole pandemic thing, a lot.
Okay, well, let's break down a lot into a day. So, on any given day, how much time in that day do you think is spent marketing for your business?
If I had to market for my own business,
Yes,
I would say I would probably have to spend maybe probably about 2 hours,
about 2 hours at a time or 2 hours overtime.
2 hours per day at a time. Yes,
Okay, just dedicated 2 hours block time dedicated to creating marketing for your business.
correct.
Okay, well, everyone, as independent consultants, we have our own ways of doing things and we spend the amount of time that we have available to us. But I would say saying a block of 2 hours is pretty good for whatever your busy schedule looks like. So if you were to join my team, of course, I'd help you to break down that block of time, either using that block of time or breaking that block of time into different sections of your day to see, about marketing, to see how the marketing would work for you. How's that sound?
Yes, because well, I guess that would be good because I guess different people may shop at different times, so I guess putting it on at different hours may accommodate different people with different schedules.
Right. And then you'd also get to learn how to use the tools on social media. You don't necessarily have to market in real time as far as when you post. There's ways to schedule. There's ways to save some posts you want to post later. So we could get into all of that when you join. But I'm glad to hear that you've been thinking about it.
Okay. Yes, that's great. Yes, I would love to learn how to use all the marketing tools in order to schedule advertisements or what have you for later on in the day or whatever the case may be.
Okay,
Sounds
sounds
sounds like
good.
fun.
So let me ask you one more question. So you guys have been to my shop and everything, and you see the jewelry room that I have. Is that an aspiration that you all have to do it that way, or have you guys or you been thinking about what way you would be selling and keeping inventory, or have you been thinking about anything concerning selling?
Yes. Well, when I visited your store, I thought it was awesome, and yes, I would like to start off like that, but eventually, I would like to maybe be get to the point to where I'm in a mall or either my own little storefront
Mm-hmm.
or whatever the case may be in order to, to go from glory to glory in it.
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that. So you have a full-time job currently, correct?
Correct.
A lot of hours, overtime hours,
Not, well, voluntary overtime.
voluntary overtime. So do you see this business at one point replacing your job or just being an addition in the future?
Well, in the future, I would like for it to replace
Mm-hmm.
because as I get older, I would like to get into my own thing and not necessarily be on someone else's time schedule, but I would still be on my own schedule, which is still a schedule, but just not having to just building my own instead of constantly building someone else's business when I can build my own and have a success at it, and it's something that I can pass on.
Exactly. So you have you have the idea of what many of us think of when we're joining, um, possibly letting this replace what we're already doing. Because once you get into it, it's so much fun. You make so much money. You really that first job kind of has to go on, which we call early retirement, and a lot of us aspire to do that. So I'm glad to hear you've been thinking about that.
Yeah,
So
man.
here's the elephant in the room question. When do you plan on becoming a consultant?
Well, as I look back over my life and I think things over, real soon, I actually plan on real soon. I have some other things that I'm working on now that I've got to get off of my schedule so
Okay.
that I can be available to devote the time that I want to into the business.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. And I'm going to take what you just said on, and on that note, we'll talk further because the time is that you mentioned is not necessarily the time that you think you will need. So I look at it as once you get started, you'll find a way to fit everything that you need because no scenario is going to be perfect. So we'll continue to talk. I'll continue to follow up with you, not just on Follow Up Friday, but on other days that you deem you're available, so we can see how we can get you started. Okay?
Okay, well, thank you, Miss Curvey, for your information and for having this time to share with me.
Oh, no problem. And give your family my love. You guys have a good one.
All right, thank you. You too.
Yes, sir. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
All right, and that's it. So hopefully that potential will join soon. Hopefully he will find the information that I've shared previously about the structure of the business helpful, but more importantly, maybe he will see that I am someone that will offer my resources, my time, whatever I have available to me to help make his business a success. All right, guys, have a good one and stay safe.